Welcome to Set Free 24/7. My name is Robert and I am so glad that you're here. Today is December 30th and we're reading the 30th chapter of Proverbs out of the Message version. If you're just joining in or if you've been following along all month, thanks for being here. The Message version is just a little different version of the Bible that most people haven't heard, and it's conversational, inviting, and just puts a fresh set of eyes on some text. So we're going to jump right in here. This one is titled God. Who needs him? So let's find out. The skeptic swore, "There is no God. No God. I can do anything that I want. I'm more animal than human. So called human intelligence escapes me. I flunked wisdom. I see no evidence of a holy God. Has anyone ever seen anyone climb into heaven and take charge? Maybe grab the winds and control them? Gather the reins in his bucket? Stake out the ends of the earth? Just tell me his name. Tell me the names of his sons. Come on now, tell me." The believer replied, "Every promise of God proves true. He protects everyone who runs to him for help. So don't second guess him. He might take you to task and show you up on your lies." And then he prayed, "God, I'm asking for two things before I die. Don't refuse me. Banish lies from my lips and liars from my presence. Give me enough food to live on, neither too much nor too little. If I'm too full, I might get independent, saying, 'God, who needs him?' If I'm poor, I might steal and dishonor the name of my God." Don't blow the whistle on your fellow workers behind their backs. They'll accuse you of being underhanded, and then you'll be the guilty one. Don't curse your father or fail to bless your mother. Don't imagine yourself to be quite presentable when you haven't had a bath in weeks. Don't be stuck up and think that you're better than everyone else. Don't be greedy, merciless, and cruel as wolves, tearing into the poor and feasting on them, shredding the needy to pieces only to discard them. A freeloader has twin daughters. They are named Gimme and Gimme More. Three things are never satisfied. No, there are four that never say, "That's enough, thank you." Hell, a barren womb, a parched land, and a forest fire. An eye that disdains a father and despises a mother, that eye will be plucked out by wild vultures and consumed by young eagles. Three things amaze me. No, four things that I'll never understand. How an eagle flies so high in the sky. How a snake glides over a rock. How a ship navigates the ocean. And why adolescents act the way that they do. Here's how a prostitute operates. She has sex with her client, takes a bath, and then asks, "Who's next?" Three things are too much for even the earth to bear. Yes, four things shake it to its foundations. When the janitor becomes the boss, when a fool gets rich, when a prostitute is voted Woman of the Year, and when a girlfriend replaces a faithful wife. There are four small creatures, wisest of the wise they are. Ants, frail as they are, get plenty of food in for the winter. Marmots, vulnerable as they are, manage to arrange for rock-solid homes. Locusts, leaderless insects, yet they strip the field like an army regiment. Lizards, easy enough to catch, but they sneak past vigilant palace guards. There are three solemn dignitaries, four that are impressive in their bearing. A lion, king of the beasts, deferring to none. A rooster, proud and strutting. A billy goat, and a head of state in stately procession. If you're dumb enough to call attention to yourself by offending people and making rude gestures, don't be surprised if someone bloodies your nose. Churned milk turns into butter, and riled emotions turn into fistfights. And friends, that's the end of chapter 30. I really appreciate you following along today. One of the verses that stood out to me today that is just kind of a comforting verse was verse 5, towards the beginning, where the believer replies to the person saying that there is no God. Every promise of God proves true. He protects everyone who runs to him for help. I know I have felt that protection many, many times in my life. Have you ever felt that protection? Have you ever felt like God was protecting you from something? Has there been promises in your life that you felt God kept? Are there still promises in your life that you're waiting for him to keep? Have you talked to him about those? I know sometimes I have little things going on in my head, but it's not until I have a direct conversation with God that something starts to happen. I can try to figure it out in my head as much as I want to, but until I go to him and lay it at his feet and just say, I don't have it all figured out, I would love for your direction. Just give me the wisdom to do the next right thing. That's all I'm trying to do today. And so, friends, I hope that you also find what is your next right thing. What are some promises that you've had in your life that God has kept? How has God showed up in your life where it's just unmistakable that he had a part in what was happening? So today, are you running to him for help? Have you laid what's on your heart and on your mind before his feet? Or are you just trying to figure it out on your own? I know I get caught in that sometimes too, so we're in this together. So I'll see you here tomorrow for chapter 31. It's a great chapter of Proverbs, and I plan on reading through Proverbs once a quarter. So it'll be fun to see what verses stick out to us next time that we roll through this. If there were any verses or any comments or anything, feel free to drop it down below. I'd be happy to engage in a conversation with you. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for chapter 31. Have a great day.